So I think one of the big realization that I have with pickup, and I mean just sex and pleasure in general, is a pretty destructive thing to pursue the abundance and variation of it. I'm not saying the abundance is wrong here, but listen to me for a second. So as Mystery say, replica and survival is the two core of the human needs. Everything you do in life is just to get your gene to replicate and survive, which is food and sex. So at the core, they are important. And the high status male or people in general would just want to have those two options at the core. But the problem with modern society is when you turn those two, then that becomes disruptive. So take foods, for example. If you eat clean foods, whole food, chicken, beef, vegetable, fruit, it doesn't feel as good as all the variation they have in the modern world. Fried chicken, hamburgers, fast food, or even the whole food, but they make it in a way that like 100 different options of chickens, 100 different options of beefs, and some are good, some are bad. But then people got fixated on trying to obtain all those and try to have as much of those as possible. Just like a buffet, you most often get sick or feel a little bit sick after buffet because you're not supposed to have that much variation in a short amount of time. On a bigger time scale, with food in general, you see the most healthy people in shape, have the most energy. They don't eat a lot of variation of foods. Chicken, beef, pretty simple. They don't make like 20 different cuisine, put 20 different seasoning in there. So, and I'm not saying seasoning is bad. Just like I'm not saying sex with beautiful women is bad. But it's just the way you go about it and the perception that you have for it. It can lead to overindulging. And overindulging can lead to many things. So let's say, take sex for example. When I was during COVID, I was the only guy that going out, wearing masks, gaming. Got my threesome during COVID, and for those few years, I really pushed on my game. And one of the things that I subconsciously told myself was, I like joking around, which is very dangerous. Bruce Lee said, never joke about yourself because your brain and your subconscious doesn't know what's a joke and what's not. And I used to joke around with friends like, hey, I want 5 girlfriends, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna go out and game. And guess what? It happened. And I didn't even enjoy it. The fact that you have to remember what this girl doesn't like to be touch her face, this girl doesn't like pulling her hair, but the other girl does, and the other girl likes to be choked with one, it doesn't. So not mixing up the name is already hard. And have to remember on the checklist, it's not even enjoyable. And the big important thing is that I realize that when I have so much sex, I don't want to do anything. There's such a variable. And I meet my replicate and survival need already. So it becomes pretty destructive when you, now I want, okay, hotter girls, more option. I use the ladder method that I invent, like 5, 6, 7, 8, and they keep getting darker and darker into the rabbit holes. Same with food. That's probably the basic example that everyone can understand. Just imagine you have unlimited option for food, which is kind of nowadays, even for poor people, you have like a big majority of selection and variation. So that's why health and diabetes is the biggest things in the US now, and other countries as well. So with that big realization that food and sex had become entertainment, then that show you which direction to go and how to, I don't want to use the word survive, but like stay away from the destructive. And no matter what religion you're following, they're always breaching two things, right? Fasting and fornication. And I'm not saying trying to be a monk or something, but they have period of restricting, of not eating, period of not, some religion like no sex before marriage, because those things tend to become entertainment and pleasure, and it can destroy you very, very easily because it's your primal need. And the industry can turn your primal needs into your biggest enemy, just like porn, because how it's so hard for guys to stay away from that, because that's your survival need. So like fast food, why so hard for you to stop eating? Because they spend billions of dollars to program the food that tastes a certain way, so you cannot stop eating and come back for it. Read the book Salt, Fat, Carb or something, I forgot. One of they discuss about how the food in modern society designed to be addictive. So like sex, it's pretty addictive, for me at least. So the pursuit of it is good, just like you want to learn how to fight because you want to be ready when it comes, or you want to defend the people you love, versus learning how to fight so you can beat up every single one in your neighborhood and you actively go about it. It's a good skill to have. And I also benefit from those skills along the way, from pickup to sales, from fighting to defend yourself. But you have to be very aware of why do you doing it, and when you're slipping into the pleasurable rabbit hole. So that's just one quick thought I have today, and kind of just want to mention it, and just everyone be aware of. Keep doing what you're doing. If it's working out for you, there are many benefits of learning how to cook, like different kinds of seasonings, right? Just like pick up, know how to talk to the right girls when the opportunity present, so you can meet that girlfriend, wife, more partners, whatever you're looking for. But be very aware of slipping down the rabbit holes, and society will design for you to slip down. So be aware, keep pushing it, and until next time.